Hello, guys and girls, and welcome back to the JoBluemann channel. Today, we are talking about workers at UK's largest container port to join rail strikes. For those of you who don't know, there's been a bit of eruption about wages. There's large companies that just basically fired 800 people and replace them with low cost imported workers. So there's a bit of eruption in the UK at the moment in the workers area. There's and especially in the transport industry, I know there's a problem with a lack of truck drivers as well. They looking well, the whole world is looking for truck drivers at the moment. But let's get back to the article. About 1,900 members of Unite, including crane drivers, machine operators, and stevedores, will take part in the strike. First strike to disrupt the port since 1989, following a more than 9-1 vote in favour. Unite General Secretary Sharon Graham said Felixstowe docks is enormously profitable. Now, there's a bunch of articles surrounding this. As you can see, I use something called ground news. It's the reason I use it is because it gives me less time to have to research, and it gives me multiple options on which article to choose to read. Now, the one that I wanted to read is from the BBC News, but it doesn't seem to want to open properly. It says it's high factuality, but let's see if I can open it. Okay. About 2,550 people work at the port of Felixstowe, the country's busiest port, handling about 48% of the UK's container trade. Ahead of the strike, port spokesman Paul Davies said workers had been offered 7% plus a single payment of £500. He said the offer represented an increase of about 8.1% and 9.6%, depending upon the category of worker at the port, at the time when the average pay increase in the country was 5%. 5% is still a lot, because in South Africa it's 4%. Obviously, depending on the wage, on your salary scale, but yeah, it's between 4 and 5%, I would say, but more to the 4%. We've got a shrinking economy. We're going into recession. I think that's a very fair offer indeed. Now, as a worker myself, I totally get it. You want to get more. You want to get paid more. Cost of living is increasing at an alarming rate, and we just can't keep up. I mean, inflation is going up by 7% and then or 8%, and then they advertise that that's inflation, but that excludes electricity, it excludes petrol or fuel. So I get it, but the problem is if this strike continues, it's going to have a ripple effect on the cost of living for everybody, because it's importing and exporting. So anybody getting stuff from the UK, which is one of our largest traders. I mean, they buy a lot of fruit from us, a lot of wine, I think. I'm not sure, but I know fruit. They do buy a lot from us, and I mean, this is going to go rotten on these in these containers or on these ships if these people go on strike. So, and a lot of the payment structures have changed. You only get paid once the delivery is taken. So yeah, it's not good for us in South Africa, and don't think it's going to be good for anybody in the world. But I do get why they do want to strike and why they do want more money. I mean, if I think at the moment the whole world is feeling the pinch and everybody wants to strike. Um, the problem is in South Africa it's a bit difficult. I'm a bit pale skinned, so it's a bit difficult to get a job. So if I go on strike and I get fired, I might not get another job. So let me know what you think. Cheers, guys.